Thank you very much, everyone. I would like to thank everyone on this Bharat Connect conference by Arihant Capital. And with us, we have one of the most pioneer in India in the affordable housing and senior living segment, Ashiana Housing Limited, and one of the key player in the real estate market in NCR region. Without taking much more time, I'm giving it to Vikas sir. Uh, Vikas sir, please take it forward. Just for everyone, we have to close down by 10:55. So last question will be taking at 10:52. So 20-25 minutes, sir will be talking about the how the industry is shaping up right now, a little bit on the recent development in the company, and then we'll go for a Q&A part. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, thank you for having me on the call. So I'll give a brief overview about the organization, assuming that there might be certain people who are in all probability attending for the first time, may not have the basic knowledge about the company, and then I can talk about some specifics, and then we can take up the questions. So is that fine?
Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sure. So regarding Ashiana Housing Limited, we are into middle income housing, and we have been in business since 1979, and more than 45 years now as I speak. And our key geographies where we operate include Jaipur, Bhiwadi, Jamshedpur, Pune, Chennai, and Gurugram. The key focus markets, of course, are four of them: Jaipur, Pune, Gurugram, and Chennai, and Bhiwadi primarily for senior living. Jamshedpur, we have been present for since the inception. However, the volumes there are not very high, although it continues to be a 1.5 to 2 lakh square feet kind of a market. We have a presence in premium homes, kid-centric, and senior living. As rightly mentioned, that we have been in senior living for quite some time now. We are ranked as the top player in the country for 7-8 years in a row by Track2 Realty. And now we are also kind of getting into elite homes. Elite homes is more of a luxurious kind of an offering. And when I say middle income housing primarily, which we are into, we are not into affordable. I would like to correct that. We are into middle income housing, wherein typically the sandbox of the customer is someone who is married with a kid or two, aged between 35 and 45 years, and who is willing to go for a house which is around 5 to 6x of his annual income. And typically the ticket size over the years has actually gone up, but would be somewhere between 50-60 lakh to a crore and a half. The exception to this is Gurugram, wherein our projects are now crossing 2.5 crores as well in terms of ticket size. And in terms of business model, we prefer JDA as a business model, and although we also do outright deals, but we do rev share JDA model, which is a preferred business model. It's an asset-light model, and we have got an in-house construction, in-house sales, and in-house facilities management. Exception to this is of late we have tried with channel partners in markets like Gurugram and Pune primarily, because it's a difficult market to navigate in the absence of any channel partner hand-holding our prospective customers. So, and in terms of numbers, we clocked approximately 1,800 crores of pre-sales last year. And this year, we have given a guidance of around 2,000 crores. So that's where we are in terms of the background of the company. And regarding the industry, I think the industry overall is in a sweet spot in terms of sectoral tailwinds. We are in middle of a bull run cycle, and let's hope the cycle lasts for a couple of more years. And we are quite bullish. And senior living is one space wherein we are quite optimistic in terms of increasing volumes. And just to give you a sense on the numbers, last 4 5 years we have kind of revenues have grown 3x. So for senior living only. So that's the kind of potential which senior living holds. And over the years, over the next few years, that is one space wherein our contribution to overall business will significantly increase. Yeah, that's it from my side. Any specifics I can dwell deeper into.
Everyone, please raise your hands if you have any questions. Also, you can put in chat windows. There are some questions have been sent it to my personal also. I would request everyone to send it in the chat window only. Harsh Beria, you can unmute yourself and you can talk. For the time being, please ask your questions in the chat window. I have few other questions also, which I'll take it forward. Harsh, please take it forward.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yeah, yeah, sure, audible.
Yeah. Hi, Vikash ji. So first question is about a elite home offering like 144 brands. So what kind of traction are we seeing in this?
Harsh, your voice actually became dim. Can you repeat the question, please?
Is it better now?
Yeah, yeah, it's better now. Yeah.
Yeah, you had mentioned about a premium housing like elite homes, which we do in our 144 brand, where
Yeah.
we sell realization properties. What are the kind of volumes we are doing and what kind of traction are we seeing in this?
Thank you for the question, Harsh. So we are seeing good traction. To begin with, we have got a good response on this segment. And we started with our strongest market, which is Jaipur. So 144, I think we launched 90 units. And then in the next phase, we have launched, I think, few more, probably 30 or 40. I'm not exactly hands-on with the number right now. But the traction that we see is quite good. The numbers overall are quite encouraging. And the leading indicators are also good in terms of inquiry, site visits, and all. So we are quite optimistic about this offering down the line.
Got it. Uh, the second question is on our Gurgaon uh, Ashiana Amara sales. So we had launched the final phase and we sold, I guess, half of the inventory or something. When are we expected to sell the full inventory for our last phase in Ashiana Amara?
So Harsh, phase four that you're talking about, which we recently launched, we have sold more than half. I think 280 units is what we have offered in this phase. And I think we are close to 180, if I'm not mistaken, some few numbers here and there. So 180 out of 280 is I think between 60-65%, that kind of a number that we have achieved, and we gradually see more sales happening. And the target would be to launch the last phase sometime towards end of this year.
And what would the volumes be in the last phase?
Last phase would be, I think, the phase size should be between around 4 lakh square foot. I really need to check as to what exactly is the size. I can let you know.
Achha, so it will be the biggest launch then. Like in the last three phases, it has always been a little bit lower than 4 lakh.
Uh, so So phase four and five together is 9 lakh square feet plus. So the last phase should be around 4 lakh, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Got it. And my last question is on our Bangalore market. So we were looking for some uh, term sheets. We had signed some term sheets. Any developments on this?
No further development. As and when the time is ripe, wherein we need to come out with some kind of an intimation, we'll do the same. But it's in pipeline, is what all I can say.
Got it. Thanks, Vikashji, for answering my questions.
Thank you, Harsh. Nilesh. Nilesh has a question. Can you unmute him, please?
Permission also asked to unmute. I asked him. Are you there, Nilesh?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Hi विकास जी, I just want to ask you that यहाँ पे जयपुर में जैसे इंक्रीजिंग प्राइस लैंड वगैरह आपका 2-3 प्रोजेक्ट आ रहा है 144 और ये 2-3 और बड़े आ रहे हैं जैसे अजमेर रोड, तो हाउ यू आर डीलिंग विद दीज इंक्रीजिंग प्राइसेस? इज दिस क्योंकि लैंड का प्राइस अब क्या है यहाँ पे बहुत ज्यादा तेज हो चुका है.
Yeah, hi Nilesh. Thank you for the question. So, Nilesh, yeah, so one of the challenge we face in a कोई sectoral bullish trend जब होता है, the land prices also go up. We see that happening in Jaipur, we see that happening in Gurugram, और इन दोनों मार्केट में एक चैलेंज है कि प्लॉटेड ऑफरिंग भी बहुत ज्यादा है. So, but I would say that couple of months back, the prices were really rising. अब थोड़ा सा ऐसा लगता है कि gradually plateau होना शुरू हो गया है. What I gather. But having said that, we are हमारा अपना जो criteria होता है, we look at that, and accordingly then we go for the projects, जो भी whatever new acquisitions that we do. So it continues to be a challenge, no doubt. But then Jaipur, since we have our brand presence for so many years, we do get partners, time and again who are willing to collaborate with us. And we are also open to do outright deals in a market like Jaipur. So both those options are there. Balance sheet is in a good shape. और हमारे को we have got lines from the likes of IFC also. वहां पर भी हमारे पास capital का issue नहीं है. So we are open to options. आ रही हैं deals, मिल रही हैं. ऐसा नहीं है कि नहीं मिल रही हैं. So they are in pipeline.
तो विकास भाई, जयपुर जैसी सिटी में आप यही मतलब जेवी प्रेफर करते हैं या फिर लैंड परचेज करके ही?
We always prefer JV, Nilesh. JDA model is always preferred. First port of call is always to look for a JDA project. But having said that, in case JDA is not available and if you get a good outright deal, then also we go for it. For example, जैसे आपने गुड़गांव में देखा है कि हमारा के बाद हमने सेक्टर 80 की आउटराइट डील है. उसके अलावा और भी कहीं कहीं जहाँ पे चेन्नई में हमने आउटराइट डील की है. जयपुर में भी अगर कोई आउटराइट डील आएगी which is suitable, we might go for it.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Sir, one more question.
But just to come back, Nilesh, on again back on our criteria, our sandbox in terms of locating a land parcel, हमारा जो GP का जो हम underwriting का the golden rule that we have is that around 30% is the kind of GP that we look for. वो underwriting करते समय बहुत जरूरी है कि क्या pricing हमको मिलेगी market में. We always keep that in mind, and basis that only we underwrite projects.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, like we are launching project at multi-location like Jamshedpur, Chennai, Gurgaon, Jaipur, Pune. Are you facing any difficulties or challenges in managing all the projects which are simultaneously running at different locations?
So Nilesh, some challenges are always there because which are typical of any organization which faces these kind of challenges when it is in the growing phase. हमको भी वो challenges आते हैं. The good part is that in all these locations एक तो अच्छी बात क्या है कि we have got very good partners. Like चेन्नई में बात करें, we are partnered with Arihant. जयपुर में हमने हिस्टोरिकली मंगलम के साथ काम किया है और हमने काफी सालों से वहां पे काम किया, तो we are kind of entrenched out there. So we go for a lot of good quality partners, good quality consultants. एक तो ये वाला पार्ट हो गया जो हमको नेविगेट करना होता है. Apart from that, we have got a lot of focus in terms of developing our middle management, and we have got a lot of succession planning that we are coming up with. हमने annual report वगैरह में disclosures और quarterly calls में भी कहीं कहीं ये mention किया है. For example, we are looking at locations in grooming our next layer of leadership. We have got concepts like homegrown leadership, wherein we are promoting people from different functions like sales, engineering. उनको opportunities दे रहे हैं लोगों को. We are growing them, sending to other locations to take up more responsibilities. So I think that fairly takes care of project level leadership, project level management, and that's how we take care of these kind of things here. हमारे
Okay.
पास we have got concepts like developing individual development plans. We have got talent reviews which are happening in the organization, wherein we keep a watch on the key seats which are there in the organization. There are around 40 to 50 key seats which we have in the organization. We closely look at them. We grow the key seat occupants. So a lot of stuff we are doing because I think if an organization has to grow, जिस pace पे organization grow कर रहा है, the people, the leaders, the managers also have to grow at that pace. Otherwise, we'll be left behind. So उस पर भी उतना equal focus है.
ओके
Yeah.
ये क्वेश्चन मेरा इसलिए था, डिफरेंट जियोग्राफिकल लोकेशन पे डिफरेंट चैलेंजेस आते हैं इन टर्म्स ऑफ मैनेजिंग द लेबर, मैनेजिंग द प्राइसेस, एंड वेदर कंडीशंस आर डिफरेंट फ्रॉम एवरी, लाइक हम एक तरह से इंडिया के चारों तरफ फैल गए अब, ईस्ट इंडिया, साउथ इंडिया. सो दिस चैलेंज, इस ये कितना बड़ा चैलेंज लगता है, या फिर ये अपॉर्चुनिटी में बदल जाएगा ओवर द पीरियड ऑफ टाइम जब हमारी एक टीम डेवलप हो जाएगी?
So Nilesh, challenges certainly हैं, but I think we are positively motivated by these challenges. और मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि these are in the long run, they are opportunities. So for example, जैसे senior living चेन्नई में, now senior living चेन्नई is the signs so far are quite good. और हमको 8-9 साल इन मार्केट्स में हो गए हैं, तो ऐसा नहीं है कि we are expanding, we are on an expansion free mindlessly. We carefully look at markets. इसीलिए आप नए मार्केट की भी जो हम बात कर रहे हैं, जैसे बैंगलोर हो गया, ग्रेटर नोएडा हो गया, इसमें कहीं ना कहीं हमारी सिनर्जीज है. लाइक ग्रेटर नोएडा अगर आप बात करें तो एनसीआर में वी हैव गॉट ए वेरी गुड ब्रांड बिकॉज वी हैव प्रेजेंस इन गुरुग्राम एंड जयपुर. उसी तरह से चेन्नई की अगर बात करें तो बैंगलोर में हम सिर्फ सीनियर लिविंग करना चाह रहे हैं, वो भी कहीं ना कहीं साउथ में. ड्यू टू चेन्नई आवर ब्रांड इज डूइंग बेटर. उसी तरह से फॉर एग्जांपल पनवेल की अगर हम बात करते हैं तो वो मुंबई पुणे के साथ सिनर्जाइज्ड मार्केट है. सो वी आर केयरफुली चूजिंग मार्केट्स, और वहां पर भी सीनियर लिविंग में ही जा रहे हैं. प्रीमियम होम्स में अभी ऐसा प्लान नहीं है कि हम प्राइमरीली कोई बिल्कुल ही नए मार्केट में जा रहे हैं. तो वी आर केयरफुली चूजिंग मार्केट्स जहां पे हमारी प्रेजेंस को काफी साल हो गए हैं. अगर आप पुणे भी देखोगे तो काफी सालों से हम प्रेजेंस है, लवासा के टाइम से कर रहे हैं प्रोजेक्ट वहां पे. चेन्नई में 8-9 साल हो गए हमारे को, गुड़गांव में 8-9 साल हो गए. तो इट्स अ वेल थॉट आउट स्ट्रेटेजी आई वुड से.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And all the best for your company.
Thank you, Nilesh.
There are few questions in the chat window, sir.
Should I look at the chat window?
Sir, I'll take the question, sir. I'll take it for you. So first question is basically what is our pipeline for FY 25, 26, 27 in terms with the launches?
सो बस 25 में तो फॉर एग्जांपल ओवरऑल लॉन्चेस हमारे 2 से 3 मिलियन के बीच हमने ब्रॉडली टारगेट किया था. और अगर बैलेंस पार्ट ऑफ द ईयर की बात करें तो एक ग्रीनफील्ड लॉन्च है हमारा चेन्नई में, आशाना स्वरन करके, एंड दैट इन ऑल प्रोबेबिलिटी विल लॉन्च इन द अर्लियर हाफ ऑफ Q3, अक्टूबर टू दिसंबर वाला जो क्वार्टर है. Apart from that, there are future phases of existing projects, 3-4 of them already lined up in the balance part of the year. Or I think in our quarterly presentation, we have detailed out all the future projects which are in pipeline. So broadly talking about broadly the numbers, अगर पाइप की अगर बात करें मोटे मोटे तौर पे, तो I think approximately जो हमारा जो पाइपलाइन है roughly 10 to 11 million square foot है. इसमें से 10 से 12 लाख स्क्वायर फुट ऑनगोइंग प्रोजेक्ट्स में है, और करीब 30-35 लाख हमारा प्योर प्ले लैंड अवेलेबल फॉर फ्यूचर डेवलपमेंट में है, एंड बैलेंस इज इन द फ्यूचर फेजेस ऑफ एग्जिस्टिंग प्रोजेक्ट्स. ऑल दीज 3 सेगमेंट्स टेकन टुगेदर हमारा जो पाइप है रफली वो 10 to 11 मिलियन है, 1 करोड़ to 1.1 करोड़. And on top of this, next 3-4-5 years में we are planning to add another 7 to 8 million. तो overall roughly you can say 17 to 18.5 million square feet का business plan कर रहे हैं. That's the kind of pipeline over next 4-5 years.
The one question has been asked in terms with Swarang launch only. What is our pipeline for this? Swarang is our premium senior living launch right now in
Correct.
Chennai. So what exactly is your outlook on senior premium living segment right now, senior living segment right now? and how you see after FY27 this business will grow.
So we are quite excited about our new project in Chennai called Ashiana Housing. As I mentioned that it will get launched sometime towards the first half of Q3, and so we are looking forward to it. This will be our third project in Chennai, and little different from I think it is a sophisticated offering from our side. We'll wait and see how it pans out. And in terms of overall business segment of senior living, I think if you look at our present pipe, roughly 30 to 35% of our overall pipe is attributable to senior living. So that's the kind of significance we are attaching to senior living. So अगर आप देखोगे अगले 3-4 साल के बाद मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि 30 to 35% business should come out of senior living in the long run. So that's how we are increasing gradually the business. और आप नए geographies जहां जहां हमने बात की है, Greater Noida की बात की है, we have spoken about Panvel, we have spoken about Bengaluru. We are all coming out with senior living. That's what our plan is.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Sir, one question has been asked in terms with land prices. With the increasing land prices, do you see our margin will be in the pressure for the new launches, or are we be able to pass on all the price at this point of time?
So I don't think margins will get impacted. In fact, margins should improve from here for a couple of reasons. एक तो ये होगा कि operating leverage when it plays out, like we are doing 25 to 26 lakh square feet a year, or you will see that continuously one due to change in mix of projects which are now more concentrated in geographies like Gurugram, wherein we get significant pricing. And the other bit is that on a secular fashion, we see a pricing uptrend across markets. Plus, we are also increasing the mix of elite homes wherein the pricing is quite healthy. And also in case of senior living, wherein the margins are better. The reason for senior living giving us better margin is that one, the competition is less. There are lesser builders who are vying for the same piece of land. And this is one segment which is less susceptible to cyclical gyrations, cyclical fluctuations. So all these factors, they contribute in giving a very good trend as far as margins are concerned. So while land prices, there is a bit of pressure, but we are quite positive. We are quite sure that with the kind of pricing we are able to command, and you also will notice that as and when we get more and more entrenched in markets, now in the real estate you will see that a lot of premium pricing is attached to a particular brand. Even in a particular location, you will see that brand X, if it is stronger than brand Y, it will command a premium in terms of pricing. So all these factors give us a lot of confidence that we'll be able to command good prices and hence better margins. So we don't see any pressure on margins as such.
Sir, what is your outlook on NCR region? Because NCR region has been one of the hottest region in last 2 years, and still the supplies are relatively less than what is your outlook on the same, and how you see panning out going forward, especially in the Gurugram?
Yeah, so Gurugram market, so we are keeping a close watch. It has run up way too much, and which is something which bothers us, which concerns us. So we are keeping a close watch because the initial signs will be you'll get when you see a lot of supply coming in the market. So we are keeping a close watch, and the prices have run up way too high. We'll have to see as and when more and more supplies start coming up. So that's what all I can say right now about the market.
Okay. So there's a question asked by Siddharth Siroya. Ashiana is generally known for value offering. 144 project is in Jaipur is positioned as elite premium project, but all the newspaper or marketing avoids mentioning Ashiana brand while promoting 144. Is this a conscious call from Ashiana management from this path? And how you see the same? Would you follow the same path for the premium project in the future also?
Well, two parts to it. The answer to the first question is yes, it was deliberate that we wanted to project 144 as a product in itself rather than talking about Ashiana brand as such, because you will see historically whatever project we have come out with, we put Ashiana and then the project like Ashiana Nitara or Ashiana Daksh or whatever it is. So yes, it was a conscious call. Future, how we'll do it, I can't comment right now. What exactly is the marketing strategy? So we'll see how it pans out.
Gaurav, you can ask. There are a few more questions, but I'll ask Gaurav. You can ask your question, please. I think he's not there earlier. Okay, so I'll continue with the questions only, sir. Uh, what would be the land acquisition plan for FY 25 and 26? Are you planning to buy more land parcel in Gurgaon via JDA or outright purchase?
Yes, so we continue to scout for opportunities and again across all markets, I would say Jaipur, uh, Chennai, Panvel, Bangalore, as I mentioned, all these markets, Pune, we continue to scout for opportunities and uh, we will, some of the deals are in pipeline and as and when they materialize, we'll come out with announcement. But to answer the question, we have got strong plans to do more project acquisitions, continue doing project acquisitions in the future in all these markets.
Gaurav, you can ask your question, please.
Hello.
Yes,
Yeah.
Gaurav, you can ask your question.
So, good morning and thank you very much for giving this opportunity to discuss on this forum. So, my question is that Ashiana is known for the quality living and the maintenance because when there's a G plus 12 opportunities comes in the market, the major problem which the other customers is facing that because of the maintenance they have to run for the Ashiana because Ashiana is best in class, which I say. But looking forward to the last 2-3 projects like Daksh and the other things, we see the quality is deteriorating not into the maintenance, but also for the the quality of construction which you are doing, especially Daksh. I want to mention because very haphazard manner that has been constructed.
Gaurav,
The
please ask.
walls are not in the line.
Gaurav, please avoid taking these kind of questions. Your personal. I would. I would request everyone to talk about more about the company's overview rather than taking these
So
kind of.
okay, come back to this. So how are you going to ensure that quality is going to maintain the all Ashiana projects?
Yeah, thank you for the question, Gaurav. So we are quite careful and conscious about the quality. So we have got in-house quality check. There is a team which regularly does the quality. We have got a tie-up with consultants to ensure that quality is taken care of. And whatever targets that we take in terms of volume, we are always conscious that we don't compromise on quality. We have got concepts in the organization running, like for example, delivering operational ready buildings. That is why you always see that when we talk about deliveries. So one of the paramount criteria to deliver a project is only when it is ready. So that's why you'll see certain quarters wherein we do negligible delivery because unless until we are very sure that we are delivering fully constructed and fully operationally ready building, we won't hand over to our customers. So there is a conscious effort to maintain the kind of quality, and in that process, we are aided by in-house quality checks. There are proper SOPs are there. There are audit drills which happen regularly. We have got external consultants also who help us, in assessing the quality time and again whenever it is required. So there is a hell lot of process which is running in the organization to ensure that quality is taken care of in general. And as you rightly mentioned, that we also pay a lot of attention to the maintenance activity. So facilities management is something that that's very close to us. That is very important for us. And there also we take care. We take constant feedback from our customers. We have got net promoter score processes running in the organization wherein we constantly take feedback and we act on it. So I for sure can tell you that is one sacrosanct process which is running in the organization for quite some time now.
Question from the chat window. There are a lot of questions are there right now. So So there's one question is there, what are the cash flows we are looking out right now for next 2, 3 years? If you can talk about this thing, and what is our 5-year vision?
So 5-year vision I spelled out. So I'll talk about it again. So talking about very high level numbers, as I mentioned that 11 million is the kind of pipe that we have. On top of that, 7 to 8 million if you add the acquisitions in next 4 to 5 years at least. So 17, 18 million square foot. Let's assume the sale value would be approximately 12 to 12 and a half lakhs, 12 to 12 and a half thousand crores broadly, looking at the present trend. And with operating leverage playing out, we should achieve an economic profit approximately 2,000 crores on top of this. So this is the broad number for next 4, 5 years when we talk about what are the kind of numbers that we are high level numbers that we are looking at. And in terms of cash flow, we clocked 300 crores plus last year. This I'm talking about operational cash flows before land acquisition. And presently, on a quarterly run rate, we are achieving around 80 to 90 crore kind of a number. We are quite optimistic to maintain this kind of a number. The cash flow should be in this range or even better than this going forward. But it should be a very healthy number.
So one question has been asked about Arihant, Ashiana Amara, phase 4. What is the outlook on the same and how the response you have gone through right now on the
The
launch?
response has been quite good. So the issue is that at times we get weighed down by our own expectations. So the initial 3 phases, they got completely sold immediately on launch. So may or may not happen each and every time because it depends on market dynamics as well. But as I mentioned that out of 280 units, we sold around 168 units on launch. And when I speak, probably we'll be somewhere around 180, 180 plus kind of numbers, ballpark. So the response has been quite good. And we are targeting to launch the last phase sometime towards the end of this year.
So what is our, as we see right now, a lot of percentage of end users are largely the repeat clients. We have a very strong brand right now. How you see going forward to leverage this brand and going forward to ensure higher growth using this strategy?
So it's, I
So
don't know
someone
how
is
to answer.
asking, sir, someone is asking ki repeat client is being continuously high right now. So how you see risk, how you are going to see the repeat client will be managed, or like how you are going to utilize this opportunity going forward? That's what I
No,
understand.
see, historically also, if you see one of the key features, one of the key advantages that as an organization we have is that we get a lot of sales by word of mouth. हमारी मेजोरिटी सेल्स तो रेफरल सेल से ही है.
Okay.
सो जो आप रिपीट कस्टमर्स बोल रहे हैं वो खरीदते हैं या फिर रेफर करते हैं तो दैट्स ए स्ट्रॉन्ग पीस ऑफ आवर्स. वी कंटिन्यू टू लेवरेज ऑन दैट और इसीलिए हम ये जो बिजनेस सपोर्ट एक्टिविटी सो फैसिलिटी मैनेजमेंट फॉर एग्जांपल दैट वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट is more of a business support activity because usme we don't intend to make profits. Not that it burns a hole in the pocket of Ashiana Housing, but then the idea with such kind of initiatives is that we get a lot of brand building, we get a lot of word of mouth publicity, we get a lot of patronage from our customers. So we'll continue to leverage on that and gain traction with our customers. We'll continue to get more and more referrals.
So
So
one
that's what our strategy
Yeah.
is.
Thank you, sir. So one question has been asked. There has been slight delays in Bangalore premium living project because of some transactional issues. When we are entering into new markets, how we define strategy, how exactly, because some of the newer markets where we are not strong right now, what will be our entry strategy and how to manage uh, regulatory compliances there, sir? What will be
So
the
a lot
strategy for
of
new
yeah.
markets?
So a lot of research, a lot of homework is required to be done. We have got a very active business development team, BD team, land team, and we also fall back on a couple of external agencies to give us view about the on-ground market. We have Connect and through which we connect with local people. So I'll give you an example of Chennai. So when we ventured into Chennai, so one thing which is common in recent years is the opportunity of senior living. So if you see the new markets, talk about Pune, talk about Chennai, talk about Bangalore, talk about Panvel, they are towards the western and southern part of the country, and they are potentially very good markets for senior living. So if you see the demographics of western and southern part of the country is more congenial for senior living. Because, for example, when we ventured into Chennai, we realized that Tamil Nadu as a state has urban senior living population higher than the entire north of India except UP. So you combine Punjab, Himachal, Delhi, Jammu, Haryana, all states, the number of urban senior living population in Tamil Nadu was more. So we thought that, with our strength in senior living, there is a value we can add. So we ventured into Tamil Nadu. We did a lot of demographic study. Then we connected with a local partner like Arihant, and it has worked out well. So similarly, we have got deep study of the market like Panvel. Panvel again is a market which is we already have a presence in Lavasa. We have been present there for many years now. Pune, we have already got 2 projects. So Panvel is synergically located for us to venture into. So that's how we get into market after market. Again, like Greater Noida, wherein we are trying to get some new project. We have already got a presence in NCR. So Bhiwadi is an extended part of NCR. We have got presence in Gurugram. So we have got a brand already built there. So it's easier to get a rub off in location like Greater Noida. So that's what the overall strategy is. If it gives you some kind of an idea.
So what will be the strategy? What will be the percentage of revenue will be getting it from senior living and elite segment by next 2 years, by end of FY26?
So elite homes we have just started. It's difficult to talk about any concrete percentages, but the initial trends are good, and we'll gradually build this piece. In terms of senior living, I've already mentioned that like last year, I think if I'm not mistaken, we sold some 390 units. And we look at, standalone absolute number because percentages can be misleading at times. So suppose the overall business shrinks and the senior living business remains same but in terms of percentage, you might still see that it is quite healthy. So we did 390 homes. The idea would be to, first of all, reach 500 homes. So we are targeting, let's say, 500 homes this year. And overall, the size of senior living as a component, as a percentage of our overall pipe presently is 30-35%. So we see this business going up to 30-35% in 2-3 years down the line because the size of the pipe is 30-35%. So that's the kind of volume that we are looking at. And in terms of revenues, like last year, we clocked some 294 odd crores, 300 crore. And this number in 220 was roughly 90-95 crores. So over a period of 4 years, we have kind of trebled broadly. So that's the kind of traction that we see in senior living.
And sir, any outlook on the Greater Noida project? What is any update on the Greater Noida project where you have mentioned in the con call?
We are trying, but we are yet to get a success.
Okay. So do you see any risk from new players like Max Antara or any other player coming into the segment in the senior living? What is your outlook on the industry? If you can explain in detail how big the opportunity can be.
Senior living, I would say still it is in a nascent kind of stage, or let's say still early days. And Antara, when you specifically talk about Antara, I think their product offering is altogether different. They are on the top end of the market, and it's a very different product offering. And in terms of competition, like we don't see much of a competition, honestly speaking, talking about market like Chennai, because Bhiwadi, we alone are doing senior living. Chennai is a place where we have got a serious competition, and even to some extent in Pune, there are credible players which have started to do well. Players like, but then they have, for example, Colombia, Asia Pacific is one. Then there is one player called Nana Nani Homes, but they are doing only in Coimbatore. There are few players in Chennai as well. The likes of Paranja Pays or Serenes, some of the builders, or I think Primus in Chennai. But we don't see any kind of intense or great competition. I think this market as a whole has to grow. So more and more players, when they flock into this kind of a market, the overall size of the market should grow. And I think that's the kind of That's the kind of space we are in right now, wherein overall the market is expanding.
Okay.
That's how I will put it.
Thank you, sir. That was the last question. Any closing comment?
Thank you so much to Arihant Capital, and thank you to all the participants for patiently listening to our comments and our outlook about the organization. And we always look forward to these kind of opportunities to interact with the analyst and investing community. We also get a lot of knowledge, a lot of insight, and so please keep connecting. And you can look at our annual report and also the quarterly presentations that we publish. You can write to us also if required in case you have any queries. You can go through the quarterly con calls also, wherein we do a lot of detailed. We talk about the organization and the future plans in a lot greater detail. So thank you so much for joining in.
Thank you everyone for being there. This thing, and I would like to thank the management and ENY team to hosting them for helping us hosting this conference. Thank you very much. I'm closing.
Thank you.